Israeli government controlling sharks. In December 2010, a series of shark attacks occurred off the coast of Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, a popular tourist destination along the Red Sea. These attacks, which resulted in several injuries and at least one death, were highly unusual for the region, causing widespread panic among tourists and locals. As officials and experts scrambled to find explanations, ranging from ecological disruptions to changes in water temperature, a more outlandish theory began to gain traction. The claim that the Israeli government was using trained sharks to deliberately sabotage Egypt's tourism industry. Welcome to Conspiracy Fox. We're here to delve into the wildest and most bizarre conspiracy theories out there to see if they have any legs, or if they're just a bunch of BS. Today, we're tackling the idea that Israel is using sharks as biological weapons against Egypt. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. This video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We're not here to spread fear or misinformation, just to break down the facts and fiction. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an episode from Conspiracy Fox. The theory. The theory claims that the Israeli government deployed sharks equipped with GPS devices to target the beaches of Sharm el-Sheikh, aiming to damage Egypt's tourism sector and destabilize the region. Proponents of this theory argue that this unconventional strategy would have several strategic benefits. By instilling fear and discouraging tourists from visiting, Israel could potentially cause significant economic losses for Egypt, which relies heavily on its tourism industry. Additionally, the panic generated by such unpredictable and terrifying events could undermine public confidence in the Egyptian government's ability to ensure safety, leading to broader political instability. Supporters of the theory point to images of a shark with a GPS-like device attached to its dorsal fin as supposed proof of Israel's involvement. They argue that these devices could be used to control the shark's movements and direct it toward populated areas. Some even suggest that the devices could emit signals that provoke aggression in the sharks, making them more likely to attack humans. This theory draws on Israel's known history of utilizing animals in military and intelligence operations, such as reports of dolphins trained for underwater surveillance and birds used for reconnaissance. To conspiracy theorists, the idea of using sharks as a means of psychological warfare or economic sabotage appears to be a natural, albeit extreme, extension of these practices. Critics, however, contend that this theory is implausible on several levels. GPS devices used by marine biologists are designed solely for tracking animal movements and collecting data. They do not have the capability to influence or direct the behavior of the sharks. Moreover, the logistics of training and deploying sharks in this manner would be extraordinarily complex and almost impossible to achieve without detection. Analysis of the theory. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Does this theory hold any water, or is it just a load of fishy nonsense? We're breaking down the pros and cons to see if there's any substance to this wild claim. Supporting arguments. Use of animals in military operations. There is a precedent for using animals in unconventional roles within intelligence and military contexts. Reports of dolphins being used for underwater reconnaissance and birds equipped with cameras for surveillance lend some credibility to the idea that animals could be used in this way. However, there is a vast leap from these documented cases to the concept of trained sharks. Strategic impact. The theory suggests that such an operation would inflict economic damage on Egypt by deterring tourism, a critical revenue source. The subsequent financial losses could exacerbate social and political tensions, benefiting Israel strategically by weakening a neighboring state. For conspiracy theorists, this makes the idea seem plausible, as it fits into a larger narrative of regional power dynamics. Suspicious circumstances. The shark attacks happened in rapid succession in a high-profile tourist area during a time of regional tension. The presence of a device on the shark's dorsal fin, which looks similar to a GPS tracker, is cited as suspicious by those who support the theory. Counterarguments. Lack of concrete evidence. There is no verified evidence linking Israel to these shark attacks. The devices seen on the sharks are standard tracking tools used in marine biology to monitor movements and behavior. They do not have the capability to control or direct the animals in any way. Biological and logistical. Improbability. Sharks are wild animals with complex behaviors that are not easily manipulated. The idea of training sharks to attack specific targets is not feasible, even with modern technology. Moreover, the logistics of deploying such an operation covertly would be daunting and highly unlikely to go unnoticed. Natural explanations. Marine biologists have offered several plausible explanations for the attacks. Overfishing in the region may have depleted the sharks' natural food sources, forcing them closer to shore in search of food. Changes in water temperature and currents could also have influenced their behavior. These explanations are consistent with observed shark behavior elsewhere and are supported by scientific evidence. Political and cultural context. The theory is likely influenced by existing political tensions and cultural narratives that view Israel's actions with suspicion. This predisposition to blame Israel for various regional issues, often without substantial evidence, reflects a broader trend of conspiracy thinking that oversimplifies complex geopolitical events. Probability rating. Chances of the theory being real, 5%. Chances of the theory being fake, 95%. So, there you have it. While the idea of Israeli-controlled sharks is certainly an intriguing and dramatic narrative, it lacks the evidence and feasibility to be taken seriously. The natural and scientific explanations for the shark attacks are much more credible. If you have your own theories or some crazy evidence we missed, drop a comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Conspiracy Fox for more deep dives into the wildest theories out there. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.